Game 1 went 12-11 yesterday.
So privileged to be here to help call this game. It was the best game of day one, in my opinion. And so stoked to be able to watch this one today.
Yeah, there's not going to be a great deal of defence out there, I don't think. I think we're going to see a lot of tries. So, New Zealand with the tap off. Good hit coming in that side. That's Marcus Bell that's made that touch on Collins Taiapo. Sweeping around the back here will be Landon Monks. He was devastating for New Zealand in that game yesterday. A great ball out, magical touch out on this side. Really didn't have a lot of space there to make that touch. The winger, Kate Hammond. Yeah,
really dynamic start here from New Zealand, but equally what a great touch from Hammond. It's just a loose ball going to ground there from Australia. They'll be disappointed with this start to their match.
Yeah, good solid contact in the roll ball, nothing illegal. Forces a turnover. It's Sherrod Chase that's made that tag, and he'll come for a sub now. New Zealand with a good position early. Hosking Vinicky and Taylor Shelford. Working with Johnny Pickworth. Shelford, Pickworth at half. Vinicky on a little sweep, but well covered out on that side by Carter Vincent. Some slick hands. You can hear the Aussie box in the background on the far side. Very vocal early.
Yeah, you can see Australia's done their homework defensively on New Zealand. That's twice now that the right side link has flown up early to take away that option and space from New Zealand on attack.
So Australia now. Clancy Hone at half. He was devastating early in the game yesterday, and he's proven to be so again for the first set that he's on the field, and he's able to link up with Flynn Matters for a simple quickie type try. Flynn Matters gets Australia on the board 1-0.
Yeah, beautiful try from Australia, and what worked really well is they were able to get New Zealand caught flat-footed defensively here. We can see that both Jonty Pickworth and Hoskins Vinicky just not in the best position defensively to make that touch and move forward from the line. So excellent start from Australia.
Refereed in really good position for that one. Referees for this game, Nicole West, Quinn Murphy and Alec Clark. Oh, somehow that's gone through with nobody looking. And Landon Monks, who scored a lot of tries in the game here yesterday, he's off the mark straight up.
Absolutely, Landon Monks, one of the key strike weapons for the New Zealand 18 mixed. But what worked really well for this play, if we get a chance to have a look at it on the replay, is you can see there was a sweep play coming in the background there from Tomai Collins Taiapo. It caught the right side defender just a little bit unaware about which player to start looking for, and it opened up that gap in the middle of the field here, as we can see. Just this sneaky little sweep was just enough to catch the defence out.
So Matters and Hone across long. This is going to be a try. Carter Vincent. Again, it's Clancy Hone and Matters working together. This time it goes back against the grain, and Vincent's able to go into the mismatch on the right-hand side.
We spoke about a lot of tries in this game yesterday, and we can see that the game started the same way. Whatever team can get up defensively, I think, is going to be the one that comes out victorious. But again, as we watch the replay here, just a great outball. And, of course, they took the mismatch and advantage to full effect there.
This is Pickford with some fancy footwork. Not quite able to get through, so we're back to Shelford. Vinicky. Pickford's going to sweep around. It's going to come back this way. Shelford with a big right to left. But doesn't quite have the legs, and it's covered out on this side by Claudia Wheatley. And Australia will take over and drive back out of their own half. Good solid drive. Players coming on with depth. Max Masters with the ball now. Oh, nicely covered. Taste Black didn't have the space to get into. Vinicky does very well, and so does.
Yeah, much better defensive effort from New Zealand on that play as they make their way up the field. But Australia, as we've seen in the last couple of days, really applying a lot of pressure during the middle part of the field.
Destiny Maxford did very, very well there. Maxford, sorry, did very, very well, and she's got around. Max Masters came flying up out of the line because there were Kiwis coming onto the field, but just a little bit disjointed. Destiny Maxford, she's held the ball up, got it around behind Masters, And then kicking away down that side is Collins Toyapo.
And this is the pass here, and this is the risk that we have to take when you've got defenders that are coming up, flying from the line. You pass the ball wide, you can get around them and score a great try again. Well done for Collins Toyapo.
Great wheels. Flynn Matters, down underneath, great touch. New Zealand players down that side. There's Rico Fisher, I think, is one of them, who's made that touch. Flynn Matters, Clancy Hone. Vincent's going to sweep around, is going to come back. Vincent's going to dive for the line. Touch is made. But it is going to be a penalty for an offside player, so referee just communicating there. Player was onside, another wasn't. Again, Matters splits back to the right. Referee looking for an advantage there. Calls the penalty for a foot in the roll ball. That's 2 penalties at the line. If a third one happens here, somebody will sit off the field. Flynn Matters with a right foot step. Good touch. Great coverage back across the line there from Cullen Reid.
They're making adjustments to make sure that they don't give the easy tries away. Flynn Matters, though, a player to keep an eye on this set.
Carter Vincent really struggled to get that ball back in, but Flynn Matters finally... Carter Vincent, it took him ages to get the ball back into these hands in the front of his body. Once he did, all the defences come across to him. He's able to flick it back to Flynn Reid and slide over, but there is a forward pass, so it's going to come back.
We must say, though, really enterprising attack from Australia despite the forward pass call. So for New Zealand, those shutters coming from the left-hand side are just a little bit too late to stop Flynn Matters. But thankfully, New Zealand will be able to get the ball back and are working their way forward.
Thankfully for you. We're
Thankfully for them, we stay impartial, hey?
Bailey Paenga doing some good work on drive here. This is Collins Toyapo. We've already seen his pace, and they've got outside. Landon Monks with the last pass. And a good finish. Clinical out on the far side.
That's Collins Toyapo involved again. 3 tries, and each of the tries he's been a part of setting it up. So, really key player this afternoon for New Zealand, as we can see here just from the replay. Just again getting on the outside of the player and then finding that space. Through their hands, Landon Monks over to the corner for Tate Wellington to finish.
Sweeping around this time. Oh, that's nicely done. But VK Rawali has got very, very low on the sweep. Little ball from Max Masters, but it's all VK, this one.
Yeah, and this is the 3rd try Australia have scored diving underneath New Zealand, so they've probably identified if they get their spacing right on attack, then they're going to have some opportunities to score by getting under and around players, and just outstanding skill.
Yeah, nicely.
Nice and low.
Yeah, it was great, wasn't it? Bit of a hard touch on this occasion here by Marcus Bell on Chance Sherrod Chase. Gives away the penalty. Sherrod Chase will take the tap, and New Zealand have a good position here. A full set of 6. Sherrod Chase back across against the grain. There's Collins Toyapo, but there is a touch pass.
A great variation offered there from New Zealand with the switchback, the follow play to come back inside to Landon Monks. Unfortunately, the pass just a little bit too late. And Australia working
forward, actually.
Oh, okay.
That was the call in the end, yeah. I didn't look that way to me from up here, but I'm not in the best position for that one in that spot. Flynn Matters here, Clancy Hone is going to pick up. He's going to rip it along left to right. It's just in and out of the hands of Claudia Wheatley on the right-hand side, but it was defended well. New Zealand defence.
But Australia on that attack, showing the wide variation of ways that they can score against New Zealand. So something for New Zealand to keep in mind.
Yeah.
And as we see, just an error on the roll ball. Not squaring up, one of the basic fundamentals.
Thing we saw a lot of yesterday. Clancy Hone, he can throw long both ways. That's it's such a dynamic weapon that you can employ if you can throw both ways. As New Zealand give away a penalty for not moving forward at the pace that the referee's asking. So Australia will reset. Matters now off the left foot. Good touch. Just covered across there. Cullen Reid. Good comfortable position. Matters taking a little bit more ownership so far. Carter Vincent. Yeah, just taking a little bit more ownership in this group. Yesterday it was all Clancy Hone. There was a forward pass though. It's taking a little bit of time for that message to get from sideline ref to on field.
Defensively for New Zealand, you could see that the right link on that occasion, Rico Fisher, was having to stay really tight just to make sure they didn't give anything easy away to Australia. So obviously, again, New Zealand's done their homework against Australia too.
Yeah. Oh, that's just a bit of a mental lapse there from Hosking. From Raipi Happy. And the pass has gone way forward. That's a bit of a concentration lapse.
Yeah, and also a timing one. I think the player was just so focused on trying to get up the field or off the field perhaps.
Max Masters and Taste Black. Masters back against the grain. VK Rawali will now sweep around again, but they'll come back this way. Taste Black, really well done, shut down, but there is a penalty for offside. It was really done by Destiny Mexted. She came flying up, but the initial penalty for not moving forward. So she was able to fly up because she was holding too close to the line, not moving forward, and that gave her that unfair advantage. Taste Black, back for Masters. And there'll be a bit of a word by the referee here to the to a couple of players, just to chill out a little bit. That's Taylor Shelford, I think. He's being forced subbed, sent for a forced sub because he's tried to grab the ball out of the hands. Masters and Rawali working hard to take advantage of the 6-on-5 while the player goes from the far side, makes it to the box. That's the third penalty in a row there, referee. And he is excluding the penalty, the player, that's Jonty Pickworth. No, it's not, that's Hosking Vinicky, who's going to be now sitting out until New Zealand get the ball back, which is going to be right now because that's a try to Max Masters with the work from VK Rawali.
Anytime that you've got the one player advantage, you want to take the best and full effect, and that's exactly what Australia have done. The easiest way too is just making use of that space in the middle of the field. Quick passing, quick hands, and a great dive to finish there from Max Masters.
Yeah, that's the way to punish a little bit of lack of discipline. So New Zealand will come back against the grain. Sally Chippendale with a good touch on this occasion. Yeah, well defended by Australia. They got their balance right. There's a bit of disconnect in the New Zealand side in attack, and it just didn't come off for them this time. Australia working into their set. Ethan Semple on the ball now with Marcus Bell and Mac Nolan out on their left. This is Semple, a right to left ripping ball. It has gone forward. It's a good finish, but I think it was covered as well defensively by the winger. And on that side for New Zealand, so New Zealand pretty comfortable there.
The wind's starting to pick up as well for, probably against Australia. So although the long ball options are on, the wind might actually make it a little bit harder for the wingers to catch those passes.
Yeah, I've just got to be clinical in their techniques. As there's a flat pass that time that goes through, or an untidy roll ball by Jake Wiles, but it has been called a hard touch with a push from the side, and I'll look for subs.
And this is the third time New Zealand's been able to get on the outside of the Mal middles, and this time they've managed to get the penalty. So Australia will want to just make sure that they're aware of that.
Yeah, Hosking Vinicky with footwork. Good saving touch, Mac Nolan. Vinicky with Shelford outside. Shelford's going to get the ball, dive for the line, but well covered this time by Marcus Bell. And Mac Nolan's in good position. Semple is covering on Shelford this time. The ball's going to float out hard out to the New Zealand left-hand side, but Australia are able to number up and cover comfortably. Australia will drive out off their line, but there's an error in a roll ball here, and there'll be another 10 metres for not returning the ball straight away. So New Zealand will get good starting position for this set.
Yeah, and it's also an opportunity for them to get their strike weapons back on the field. We can see that Landon Monks and Collins tie up all now, so Australia will be aware of that.
So this is Collins Toiapo, Landon Monks, and Sherrod Chase. Collins Toiapo on the sweep, and he'll sweep back the other way. That's good work rate. I'd like to see that. The ball against the grain, right to left. Beautiful pass out, and New Zealand will score on this left-hand corner.
A thrilling setup there, with the sweep coming back door, and then the outstanding long ball from the right to the left by Landon Monks. Can't wait to see the replay. Here it comes.
It's the left to right, then right to left sweep, also the other way around. But I really like the work rate of Collins Toiapo. Anya Ballantyne with the finish in the corner without a defender anywhere near her. Tace Black is in comfortable spot here, but that's Destiny Maxted. Sorry, that's Raya Heppy.
Yep.
Just holding her space, leaving the hand out, and Tace Black's just clipped her on the way through. Black, DK Rawali, back for Black. That's fifth touch. It's going to be a standing start. Expect to see a bit of footwork here. Across the face. Are they going to score from the standing start? No. Sixth touch. Call from the boxes to take control for New Zealand. Rico Fisher was under control. Only a good couple of minutes left here in this first half. Maxted across for Monks, picked up by Collins Toiapo, but beautiful snipe from Max Masters has closed him down.
Yeah, that's right. It's a good adjustment there defensively from Australia. You could hear New Zealand saying shift, because they were looking for that option to get around the outside of Australia, but it wasn't on, and they were a bit too slow to respond. So Australia now on transition, looking to make their mark before half-time.
So Mac Nolan, this is Semple. Semple's got through the line. He's being chased by Monks. Nowhere to go. Really well defended by, marked up outside by the two defending New Zealand players. The wing and link has allowed Monks to track down Semple. So a turnover. Shut down here by Wheatley on this side. Ballantyne doing some good control of the box set there. Now she'll drift back out to the wing. As Shelford picked up here this time by Jonty Pickworth, sneaking through, but Mac Nolan closes down with the assistance of Zali Chippendale, and this time it's going to be a penalty against New Zealand for not returning the ball straight away. Referee will ask him to go to the mark that he's specifying. And now Australia back underway. Semple will drift off. Not a lot of time here now. Hone and Matters. Hone pops out. Matters. Ball come back to Matters. Vincent with the ball. It's Hone with the pickup. Matters. He's got the numbers. A good saving touch on that side out by Tate Whalen. On the diving, Evie Poulis. Well, Clancy Holmes tripped himself up and the ball's turned over. Hosking Vinicky. A little bit of a scruff on Clancy Holmes' jersey as he's come back across him.
Just a bit of friendly fire between friends there.
Yeah. Don't expect anything less in a Trans-Tasman game. A little bit of niggle. Or Hosking Vinicky with footwork. Covered that time by Carter Vincent. There's very little time left, only a few seconds. The score is 4-4 as the siren's going. New Zealand will try to keep this one alive if they can, but there is a late pass, so Australia will take the tap here, coming into half-time I expect they probably won't try anything too dramatic. They'll just get themselves to the box with the scores level at 4-4. And really exciting first half. Not as many tries as we were sort of hoping for, I think. Yeah, I mean, the thing for the line defence is going to be simply about pre-touch position. That's going to be the message there. It's the work that you do early saves you the work that you have to do later on. So that will be where the focus will be as far as their line defence goes. But at 4-4 in this game, it was 12-11 yesterday. A little bit more of a shootout coming. There was a fair few spots there where there weren't tries happening. Play gets underway with Australian tap off Clancy Hone and Flynn Matters working Carter Vincent out on the right hand side, and on this near side to us here it's Evie Paulus. So Matters back into the middle, Hone with the pick up, Matters on the little ninja play, and it has come off for them. He's got the ball down nice. So Flynn Matters, as he did in the first half, first try of the half.
Just in the middle of the field there, we've spoken about just that space and making sure that defensively New Zealand need to take away that space, and the response was just too slow from the middle there, and I think Flynn Matters knew that, so this is a great little trick play, just pushing it back with the follow and dots down in between the two defenders.
Beautifully picked up on slow motion replay, the referee in perfect position to identify that at live speed, something that looked a little bit closer to me in live action. New Zealand now, that's Landon Monks. Collins Toyapo with the pick up. This will be a try. That's Charlie Chippendale has claimed the tag. That was close. I genuinely thought that one was down anyway, whether she'd made the touch or not, but referee says no. Again, just demonstrating that my judgment from this far away is not as good as the referee on the spot.
A really good transition here from Australia. Let's see if they can finish it off.
Yeah, Hone comes steaming on. The massive left to right long ball. It has gone forward. So even if Claudia Wheatley had wheeled that one in, it wasn't going to be a try.
That fancy footwork again from Flynn Matters is really causing disruption for New Zealand defensively, particularly in the middle of the field.
Chance Sherrod Chase with really good footwork to create space for himself and open up the Australian midfield defence. And after only 3 touches, New Zealand are almost down at the Australian line. Shelford is going to give the ball. Vinicki's going to sweep around. Hosking Vinicki's going to get the ball. Dive might actually have got in underneath Clancy Hone then. He was up high. A low dive might have got in for the score.
Carter Vincent just doing a good job spoiling that play. He was locked in really tight, so that option for the short just wasn't on for New Zealand there.
Australia now, 1 touch to come. Pick up from Max Masters. Chippendale back for Masters. There's no space. Masters has got the wrong touch count. Thought that was last. Now do the same thing, buddy. There we go. Sweeps back in. Chippendale with the switch. VK Rawali is at the back of the end of that one to finish it off, and Australia will get the try.
And just great ball movement here, involving all players. Pushing left, darting, cutting, and then a great put down right at the end there by VK Rawali.
Yeah, Taste Black with the last pass. VK Favia Keeler Rawali. Everyone calls him VK. Can't understand why. Australia though, now back on defence. New Zealand. This is Landon Marks. It's a good short ball. Well held in the end by Collins Toyapo. Sorry, that was Sherrod Chase. Monks. This is Collins Toyapo. And there will be a late pass here with Chippendale in really good position. So Australia coming away from their own line. Again, they'll look to run their subs. McNolan almost over the mark on that one. Semple steps off the field. And Australia will sweep on. It's Matters coming with speed. And then eases up as he's coming into it. Clancy Hone again. Switch for Matters. A dive at the line again in that really chopped up area. It's part of the scoreline. But Matters able to just get low and get the ball down quicker than the New Zealand middles can defend.
And again, it's just a little switch play. You can see just come off the back and just makes a great dive for the line underneath the players there. Another dot down there for 3 tries from Flynn Matters.
Yeah, and I was just pointing out on the monitor here for Harley, the Landon Monks, his feet were stuck in play. He wasn't moving his feet, and that gave the opportunity for Matters. That's some beautiful work. Hosking Vinicky, he's thrown a massive dummy that sold everybody. Ethan Samples peeled away from him. Have a look at this on the replay. Hosking Vinicky going to get the ball here on the right. Picks it up. Rips a massive long. No, he's not. It's actually going to duck underneath Ethan Semple. Nicely done.
I'll look to see that one go viral on TikTok later, I think.
Oh, yeah. It's a huge sell. So New Zealand fight one back. Max Masters now out for Rawali. Rawali, they're matched up here in New Zealand, though. So Rawali will come back to the other way. Hone with the pickup. Masters with the pickup. Taste Black. Hard right foot step. And he'll slice through. Just to make it 7 tries to 5 for Australia.
Try for the Emus, number 1, it's Taste Black.
And again, it's just that footwork that we can see at this end of the field. New Zealand just getting caught out in the position. And Taste Black able to just dot over for another try.
And the work probably even before that as well, before the touch. Having that, sending that player around on the sweep just makes the defence line up a little bit differently. There's a 6 again here. So that's clipped Ethan Semple's hands out of the hands of Landon Monks. Collins tie-up ball has been directed to come a little bit closer into the centre of the field. Sherrod Chase at half will help him out. Landon Monks sweeps around to the short side. No space to go into anything. There is a touch in the corner. The pass was fine. No space on that side, so I'll have to realign, set the ball all the way back into the centre of the field. Chance Sherrod Chase setting something up. Monks will sweep around to the right. He's tried to get underneath players as the call came from the box to get under. But Mac Nolan in good position with Semple. Last to come shortly here, I think. Sherrod Chase has got that one out. Might have been able to slice through. But the defence on that side too good. And Australia hold on, but then they turn the ball over on first touch. And they've only got one player on the field. New Zealand taking their time to get control of the ball again, though. So Australia will be able to realign. Hosking Vinicky has to hold up the ball as a couple of subs are going. They're not taking a little bit too long to get off the field. So now onto the field. Shelford. Pickworth. Jonty Pickworth has sliced through. He's got out of the way of Clancy Hone. A good touch from Carter Vincent. It's just clipped.
Yeah, again, Carter Vincent just spoiling the show for New Zealand. He was able to get Jonty Pickworth before the pass was given away.
He really did well, Pickworth, to get through the line. Not sure about that pass. Matters and Hone with Vincent. One to come. Vincent looking for the right blade of grass with Hone. Hone's going to reset, come back across. He'll split infield. Step back off the right foot. Slice through the line. And that ball is down. Little counties play. Shaped himself to the outside, then put a hard right foot step. And Clancy Hone. It's a good individual little effort here. Hard right foot step. Desperate diving defence.
And he just caught the New Zealand defence going the wrong way. So this is where footwork is so electric in our sport. It makes such a difference if you're able to find and create your own space and dive under for a try.
Yeah, and he's got his body shape facing hard to the right, to the open side when he comes out of that little roll ball. And that's what sells it to the defence, that's the way he's going, and then bang, right foot step and come back. You've got to do one or the other. You can't sort of just pick in between. You've got to pick one or the other to shape one way or the other. Collins tie-up ball with a big left to right pass, but that one's they're one-on-one out on this side. So it goes to nobody. but a penalty has popped up for not moving forward.
This is an opportunity for New Zealand to find a better platform to launch their attack from. The last couple of sets they haven't been able to do that.
Monks covered by Masters.
Right, just go direct, right, go direct.
Again, this ball's now going to come around. Rawali makes the touch, and now he's got to get on his bike for Hosking Vinicky. Max Masters has really helped out Rawali there. Has made the try-saving tag. I'll reload. Vinicky sweeps back around to the right-hand side. This time the ball goes high. Great touch out on that far side. Can't quite see which winger that one is.
I think it might be Cleo Budafon.
Yeah, I think you might be right.
That's a couple of sets now. She's been the try-saver. She's played really well today.
Yeah, she's read that long ball really well. It's similar setup that they did in the right late in the first half. Went hard with a sweeper on one way, then came back the other, then went back against the grain. This time they've read it well. That's good preparation work from the player and from the coaching staff. There's a forward pass. Some interesting communication coming from the referees there. We just sort of caught a little bit of it. Players being called out, other players being told, no, you're onside, you're all good, and then a forward pass that sort of made everything else.
The nature of being a referee team is you've got to work together to find the results, and the control referee ultimately has to say.
Oh, beautiful done. Mac Nolan is going to be on the recipient of that. All he's done is done the sweep, catch and put down, but the work by Semple and Bell. Semple gets it down. You can see here. Oh no, Semple gets the half. Look at the body shape and the flick out late. Again, body shape facing like he's coming back to his left, and then suddenly, no, it's going out to the right. And Rico Fisher is just a step out of position, and that's all you need. Hosking Vinicky, good footwork. Rawali has just got Shelford. Vinicky's hands almost too quick for everybody on that occasion.
And what Australia have done really well today is just disrupt the flow from New Zealand.
Yeah. This time though, Masters is offside and Vinicky's able to sneak through. So New Zealand will get the try. Makes it 10 tries to 7. You can see there, Masters claiming the touch. Vinicky gets it down. Rawali very close with the saving tag. But the referee in great position, makes a great call.
Yeah, and a very clear call that the players are in front of the line. Of course, that's the expectation. Make the line before you move forward for the touch.
Matters has got it down. He's going to get it back from Clancy Hone. Hone will recycle for Vincent. This time, not a clean roll ball. So New Zealand will get the ball back. The 10 tries to 7. Plenty of time left on the clock. Still about 7 minutes to go. But it is going to get close to that point where you're going to be as New Zealand wanting to be scoring almost every time you've got the ball here now. Good pick up from Collins Tyrepaw. Landon Monks had really good depth, but Zali Chippendale read it perfectly, knew where the ball was going to go to, and was up right on top of him, so he was able to nail him as soon as he's got the ball in his hands.
Yeah, that's right. A bit of a play for New Zealand, trying to get that passive link in the gap there, but awesome read from Australia.
She's been good, Chippendale, in this game. Great pick up. Mac Nolan, he's launched through with speed. He's fallen over as he's released the ball. The referee was ducking out of the way, burying himself into the deck to make sure he didn't get it in anybody's way. And then the ball just hits the ground, and New Zealand will take over.
The short end goals here probably didn't help. I think the communication from the referee was that he was just gone a little bit beyond the dead ball line.
That might have been what tripped him over, was the line.
Yeah. New Zealand a little bit
good
casual
hands
as they're coming out of here, so if they can get some power going through the middle of the field, they might be able to make something of this.
This is Pickworth, Shelford. There is a late pass here though. Nicely done there, this time Mac Nolan. Pickworth making the first tag. Australia now. This will be Rawali coming on. This will be with Max Masters and Taste Black. Taste Black with the long ball right to left. It's popped back in for Rawali from Butterford. And well covered by New Zealand in defence this time.
The game's starting to turn into a bit of a grind. It's really about who can win the middle of the field here. You can see really strong pressure being applied in a wave formation from Australia. If New Zealand can get around it, they might be able to get make something of this set.
Yeah, the grind really helps Australia at this point, though. They're up by 3 tries, 5 minutes to go. The grind doesn't help New Zealand. They need the tries to be coming their way. So here's Landon Marks. Great hands out the side, and this time it is going to be finished off.
Oh, no.
Bailey Paenga's got the ball out, but has she dropped it?
Yes, unfortunate. Couldn't hold on to the ball, so Anya Ballantyne just one that she'll want to have back so she can score that one again.
It was great hands, though, from Bailey Paenga. She did very, very well. She had player right on top of her and has relayed that one out. But, yeah, as I said, grind doesn't help New Zealand here. They need tries. They need to hold out Australia, and then they need the tries to come from it. They have earned a turnover here.
Australia asking questions of the referee, thinking they've made the touch, but the decision's been made. No touch was...
voluntary roll ball.
Yeah, voluntary roll ball.
Don't see a lot of that at this level, but it has been a tactic that we've noticed just creeping in of physical touch, and then, oh, no, I'm not actually going to do a physical touch, and you brace yourself for the contact, and suddenly you're doing the roll ball and there's nobody there. Good pick up. There's some good footwork there from Cullen Reid, working with Jake Willis.
But equally, New Zealand just caught too static there. It was quite easy for Australia to read. All they had to do was lift off their line to stop that one.
Good use of the ball here. Clancy Hone and the winger on that side. I think it might have been Kate. No, Hammond's on this side. It was Cleo Butterford, Claudia Weekly. Either way, play on call coming. Mac Nolan is going to seal this one off for Australia.
He's just got an incredible ability to get his body really, really low and just dive over for an easy try there. But of course, it was all the work pre-touch that they did. Again, steps back, great position, bounces back inside the 2 defenders for a great try.
It's really good footwork, eh?
Yeah, unbelievable.
Footwork,
1, 2,
bang,
3.
hard right foot step, and then down. So that will seal it. There's not really much chance for New Zealand to get back into the game, although they are going to score here. It is forward pass. That's Australia now driving out of their own half. Nolan on the sweep into space. It's been a really good performance by Australia. Carly Banks' team have really... Sorry, not Carly Banks' team. Chris Loth's team. They've done a really good job of making adjustments from the game yesterday, from game 1, and they've put themselves in a position to really nullify some of those threats from New Zealand.
Yeah, they have. And I think it starts with doing your homework, but also just working together really well as a team defensively.
Yeah.
It's not one player that's going to win the game for you.
Hosking Finnicky with fantastic footwork. That is a try. Referee's falling over all sorts of stuff. Because she's trying to trip over a couple of things, she's just making sure that the ball's been put down and it's all safe. And that is a try for Bailey Paenga. Hosking Finnicky, his footwork there was fantastic, working around the offside Australian player.
And equally, good awareness that the defending player in front of him was offside, so he was able to get around and set up New Zealand for another try.
It was actually Destiny Mexter that scored that try. So Matters and Hone. Matters with the dive under, but that time covered.
Australia just playing the clock now, not too long to go. for the rest of this game.
Yeah, scoreboard here says 11-7. I think it's 11-8.
I've got 11-7.
You've got 11-7, so I can't count. That's all right. But there is going to be a try for Australia just to close this one out. Zali Chippendale with the finish in the corner.
Number 11 for Australia scores. Zali Chippendale.
They've scored a number of tries in the middle of the field with fancy footwork this time, a variation, being able to break through the line and team up with their winger there just to dot down for one more before the end of the game.
Hosking Vinicki working with Landon Monks. He's got the footwork this time and is able to get through. Is somebody going to be able to get open? The player got open, but it was about 1 second too late, and Monks has been caught. It will be a touch pass. Australia will have to take the tap. They'll just take the tap, roll forward and shake hands with the Australian side. Ethan Semple with the tap. Handshake tap with Landon Monks, and that is a 2-0 lead for Australia in the Trans-Tasman. If you can see them celebrating it